Just want to take a few minutes and talk about the reparation for slavery hearing they had today on the Hill. Now, today the Democrats, had this reparation hearing, and they had people come to speak or whatever. But I just want to just say a couple of things and be through with this. I just want the people to know, the ADOS people and anybody else, that if they think that this was something that the Democrats were really interested in reparation, you're being lied to. This was just a show. Democrats have no interest in paying reparations because, listen, they hope that you have forgotten history. They did this so that they can set it up, and if they take a vote before 2020, knowing that they have the House and the Republicans have the Senate, that it's not going to go through and they can just blame the Republicans. This is how they roll. This is how they operate. They want to be able to blame somebody. And, Mitch McConnell has already said, he's not for reparations, and I'm not either. But the thing is, what I want to talk about is how they're just playing you, basically. They have no interest in it. Okay, they set it up just so they can have a campaign talking point, because if they try to vote on it and it doesn't pass, they can use that and say racism, white Republicans, stop it. That's all they want to do, because they're hoping that you have forgotten about 2009 when the President Obama won the presidency. Not only did he win the presidency, he won the Democrat Party won the House and the Senate, and they had a supermajority. In other words, there was nobody that could stop them from passing any laws or bills, and they didn't need any votes from the Republicans. So they won in January 2009 when the Congress swore in. It was the Democrats ended up with supermajority in the House and the Senate, and then they had the presidency with President Obama. In February 2009. President Obama signed over an $800 billion, some say almost $900 billion stimulus package. With that money, if they had wanted to pass reparations, they could have used that money. They could have done anything they wanted to with that money because nobody could stop them. The Republicans could not stop them. They had it for 2 whole years. Okay, the money was supposed to go for infrastructure and shovel-ready jobs, which that didn't happen either. That didn't happen. In fact, by the time September of 2011, the black unemployment had reached 17%. And the chairman of the caucus, his name is Representative Cleaver, even said if Barack Obama was not in the White House, in other words, a black president was not in the White House, we would be marching. Because, see, we needed some relief. This is 2 years after $800 billion stimulus had been passed. Now you can say, well, they bailed out the banks. No, they did do that, but all that money didn't go for that, and the banks paid them back with interest. In fact, some of the banks didn't even need the money, but they were forced. All the banks were forced to take the money, and the banks that didn't need it just gave it right back, and the banks that did need it paid them back with interest, and also the auto industry. So that's not even the issue. A lot of people throw that up as an excuse. Well, they bailed out people. That money didn't all go for that. The money, we were told, because we were in a recession, and we were told that that was gonna bring us out of the recession, which it should have done if it had been used right. But what happened was that once the money got dispersed down to the states and all that, the dirty politicians stole the money. That's what happened. You can't get rid of that kind of money that fast and nothing, and then you don't see any results. So by 2011, here we have the black unemployment was at 17%. There was no shovel-ready jobs. This is 2 years after all that money was out and been dispersed out. So what Obama did, this is the trick they play, but he had lost the House by then. So in the 2010 midterms, which was 2011, but this is way in September 2011, way after the midterm, Obama lost the House, so the Republicans had the House. Still had the Senate, though. So now he had squandered $800 billion. So, and then the blacks started complaining, our unemployment is still so high. So he said, I'm going to pass, knowing that it was not going to pass, a jobs bill, which was another stimulus. And of course, the Republicans blocked it because you just spent $800 billion and nothing happened. You've just wasted. So we're not gonna, get more in debt. People talk about the deficit all the time now, but they didn't like to talk about the deficit right when Obama was in office. So the Republicans blocked it. And what did Obama use from then on? I tried to help y'all, but the Republicans blocked it. See, that's the game, people. That's the game. And people to this day, black people are still saying that. The Republicans wouldn't let him do it. The Republicans wouldn't have let him pay no reparations. The Republicans stopped him, but they leave out the Republicans could not have stopped him the first 2 years. Nobody's asking. But I tell you somebody that did, Farrakhan. I got to give Farrakhan credit. He said Obama squandered an opportunity to help black people. And he was talking about that stimulus money. So if anybody that was paying attention knows that. He squandered that money. He didn't have poor black businesses. He didn't have the black neighborhoods. So he didn't pay reparations either. So that's what I'm saying. Like I said, I don't care anything about any reparations. I don't think we should have them. But for the people that care, I just wanted to make this video to let you know they don't care. They're playing with you because they need your votes. Because if they had wanted to help you, they would have given you. Because see, I remember Al Sharpton on his radio show saying, this is after Obama had won, and they started talking about reparations. He said, well, I told y'all that he wasn't going to pay y'all any reparations. Because see, Al Sharpton was for Hillary Clinton. In the 2008 campaign, Al Sharpton was backing Hillary. And so once Obama won and all that, he was on his radio show. I guess they brought up reparations again. He's like, well, I told y'all he wasn't. I tried to tell y'all. In other words, he should have stuck with Hillary. She wasn't going to do it either. But this is what I'm saying. So they had no intentions of paying reparations when they had the power, and they're not going to do it now. And if they were to somehow win the presidency in 2020 and get you black people back on board, because see, they're losing the black vote. They don't talk about it on the news. They still saying that Trump ain't got nothing but a bunch of white people and ain't know about no blacks. They know that's a lie. They know a lot of black people are voting for Trump. And his base for black people has increased. They know this. They just won't say it. So they are bleeding for the black vote. So now, okay, I'll promise you reparations. I'll give you reparations. That's a lie. They're just playing you. And it's not, and then they're going to try, and then what's going to happen is, if they take a vote on it, and then of course it won't pass, and then that's going to be a campaign talking point. We tried to give you see these racist white Republicans, they stopped us from giving y'all reparations. That's what the talking point is going to be. It's all for a talking point for them. They don't care anything about you. When you have a president, a black president, and you have a super majority for 2 whole years with tons of money to do whatever you want to do with it, and you don't help your own people, come on. And then the Congressional Black Caucus they don't force him to do it either. They even say, like I said, Representative Cleaver even said when the unemployment rate was at 17%, that if he wasn't a black president in office, they would be marching to the White House and complaining and demanding some help. So you're going to let your people's unemployment be 17% and don't say anything because the president is black. This is what I'm saying, people. Black people need to wake up and quit trying to be in solidarity with people just because of their skin color. If somebody's not helping me, I don't care what their skin color is. I'm not going to let anybody make a fool out of me just because both of us are black. We black. No, I'm going to call you out. But that's not what goes on. And it's time for black people to wake up. I tell you what, I just want to say this. One of the persons that testified today, a black man named Burgess Owens, I guess. They say he's an NFL guy. I've never heard of it. But that black man gave me chills. A strong black man. Anytime a man is strong, I get chills. Not because he was a Republican, not just because he was black. It's because he's a strong man. And especially a strong black man, because that's rare. And I say it's rare because when you have people that will lie every day because they're too cowardly to tell the truth, that's not strong. And we have plenty of those on TV every night. We have Juan Williams. He's a liar and a coward. He lies all night long. Don Lemon. And what's that guy, Terrell, that so-called civil rights lawyer. He lies every night. See, it takes a strong person, man or woman, to tell the truth. Anybody can lie. Any coward can tell a lie. But when you state the facts, just like Mr. Owens did today, he talked about the history of the Democrat Party. He said, I used to be a Democrat. That's what he said. He said, I used to be a Democrat. He said, but I studied the history and I saw the destruction that party did to my people. He also talked about how the Democrats are responsible for killing 20 million black babies. He says, my people. That's a man that's telling the truth. These are not something made up. This is not partisan. These are the facts. And he said this. He says, ideologies don't change, but people change. And what that means is the Democrats' party's ideology didn't change, but people can change. In other words, they can leave the party. When people see that something's not right, they can change and leave the party. But the party remains the same. And that's basically what he was saying. Ideologies don't change, but people change. And he talked about the school system and how that, Democrats run the school systems and how our people can't, our kids are graduating and can't read at grade level. He talked about all of that on national television before the world. A black man. And that just gave me chills, because a black man, a strong black man, stood up and finally told the truth about his people and about the Democrat Party and what they've done to his people. So no, you can go around thinking you're going to get reparations, but if somehow it does pass and you get reparations, I'll be the first one to make a video. So I was a mistake. They fooled me. They really did it. But I doubt it, because that's not the purpose of it. The purpose was to get you to think that they were interested in it. They're not interested in helping black people. The Democrats hadn't helped black people in 50-some years. When you think they're going to start now? Why would they? Why would they start helping you now when they haven't ever done anything to help black people? So now that black people are saying, we want tangible, we want this, we want... Okay, let's talk about reparations finally. This is what it's about, people. Just a game. Another game on Capitol Hill. Have a blessed day.